This is a Region Sportsdesk exclusive.
I want to get away. I want to fly away. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to get away. I want to fly away.
Alright, welcome to the 9th and final week of the regular season here at Region Sportsdesk. It's been a pretty good season. I think there's been some surprises, some things that maybe we didn't expect. Obviously, we got one more week to go, and then obviously the sectional draw has already come out. We'll talk about that on a different show. But let's go over a few of the games we from last week, and then we'll go for the new top 10.
All right, I'll talk about the week thrillers. We'll go over those games. Portage at Valpo. Valpo's homecoming. Valpo looked really sharp. Defensively, they look real sharp. Like I said, 11 robots on the field. That Suter kid is the real deal back there at safety. That kid could lay the wood, and he can go up and pick balls off too. He's a fantastic player.
He knocked Dixon out, didn't he?
He rang his bell. But Dixon got back up, then he took another hit, and that was about it. But he eventually got back up and played some more.
Held him under 100 yards.
Yeah, that's the first time Dixon was held to under 100 yards that year, or this season. But offensively, I think Valpo struggled to get a run game going. I think Portage really keying in, stopping their run, which opened things up for Paul Andre. He had a couple good passes. He looked really good. Andre actually looked real good in that game. Had a great pass to Dan Hall. And Portage's offense, they had no trouble really moving the ball early, but then they get down in Valpo territory, there'd be a holding penalty. I'm not going to blame the refs. I hate blaming refs, but the ref just would not stop throwing that flag. But hey, he saw something apparently, and Portage's mental mistakes really took him out of this game.
You can't beat yourselves. You can't shoot yourselves in the foot.
Chesterton, Crown Point. We lost the Chiefs.
We hit almost all these games. That game, to think they would, maybe Chesterton winning the game. I was a little surprised they won the game, but I was even more surprised by how lopsided the score was. Yeah,
I think the more surprising thing is they did it down in the dog pound in Crown Point, which Crown Point's a very tough team to beat down there.
They took a little offense to that cheesehead lock, I guess.
Apparently they must have watched the video and said, we're going to go beat their ass. All right, let's go to Andrean at Griffith. I think game of the night. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We don't have the Brown Trout Award anymore, but like I said, if we had a Brown Trout, we'd give it to Andrean's kicker. Missed a field goal to win the game in regulation. But hey, Griffith, they're a tough football team for that. They get the megaphone of team of the week right there. Griffith Panthers,
right,
baby.
Great.
There's the megaphone. It's bouncing right next doors, man. All right. Now, how do you feel about Griffith coming in and winning that game at the Boneyard?
Well, you know what? That was. It basically sums up their season. You look at most of their games, maybe besides the game against Valpo, every game, even the ones that they've lost, they were right in it till the end. They could have won. And just how close that game was, they just gutted out, and they're able to grind it out. It's just a tribute to their team, and they're a team to look out for. Come sectional time, and they got one more week to get ready. They're looking pretty good. It doesn't matter how you win. If you win ugly, hey, they're winning ball games. They just won the NCC. They've clinched at least a share of the NCC. That's pretty darn impressive. So congratulations.
Yeah, I think that might be a nomination right there for a program of the year right there. All right, let's go to the top 10, JT. Let's go to the top 10. All right, Portage, they lost to number 1 Valpo. It's going to knock them all the way down to 10. Lowell's at number 9. Lowell, the big win against Munster. Now, some say that might be an upset there, but they're playing at Lowell. Lowell's always a tough team to play at home.
Yeah, you picked against them, too.
I did. I picked Munster to win that game. I still don't think Lowell's a very impressive team at all. They lost to Hobart, for God's sake. Let's go, and then Griffith coming in at number 8. And then 59ers they're dropping down to 7. The Governors, who are on a hot streak. Yeah, some say, they play crappy, Hammond schools. Hey, they're winning big. They're doing what they're supposed to.
Yeah.
Crown Point, they're dropping from 2 down to 4, or 5. Crown Point Bulldogs, very upsetting loss there. Yeah. Trojans coming in strong, bumping up to 4 there. They got a tough task ahead of them this week. The Bombers, moving all up to 3. This team is very impressive.
Very impressive. One of the best 1A teams, Sheridan.
Exactly, and that says a lot right there. Sheridan. I don't know if they're number 1 in 1A. They're up there. I think they're number 2.
Yeah.
Because that Lafayette, yeah, the Catholics go over there in Lafayette. And then number 2, the Merrillville Pirates. But of course, the number 1 team on our poll, and the number 1 team in your hearts, the Valpo Vikings. So we're going to talk about some games this week, and we're going to make a pick here. All right, number 1 team, Valpo, traveling to the burial ground to play Lake Central.
Yeah.
Is Valpo going to rest it? They want the perfect season. They're going to come in big.
Well,
they're going to rest some starters.
Even if they did rest some stars, I still don't think it would matter. I still think they're that much better than Lake Central, and they shouldn't have any problems winning this game. And then, you got a nice little bye week right after that. So really, I think they're thinking, let's get that perfect season. Let's run the table in DAC. We want, the outright title, so they're going to get it done.
Crown Point, Michigan City. Michigan City's at home. It don't matter. Crown Point's going to go in there. They want some revenge after a tough loss against Chesterton. Crown Point's going to come away big.
They'll get it.
All right, let's go. Griffith at EC. It's a great way to end the season for Griffith. It seems almost, it's a lock that Griffith's going to go in there and win this game.
Yeah, they should go in there and take care of business. East Chicago's kind of up and down the whole season. I think Griffith's going to take care of business.
No, this next game might actually be a pretty decent game. I mean, score-wise, it's probably going to be close. Highland going to the Brickyard to play Hobart.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, Highland's been, in a few of these games, Highland has kind of held their own, and so has Hobart. I mean, both of these teams, you've seen in some weeks where it seems like they've taken some steps forward, and in other games, they've taken some steps back. But I think with this game,
1 step forward and 2 steps back.
Yeah, with this game being at Hobart, I think Hobart's going to close the season strong with a W.
I got to agree with you. I like Hobart in this game. All right, KV, they're coming off a win.
Yeah, their first win of the season.
But they're playing Munster, though. Munster, I think they want some revenge, too, after a tough loss at the Inferno.
Yeah, I think they're going to get that revenge.
Absolutely. I think Munster wins this game big. Calumet at Wheeler. I think Wheeler's maybe the second biggest test in conference this year. But
if you want to call it that.
We're not going to call it a test.
No, actually, I wouldn't even say that. Because Whiting was better than Calumet, and South Central was better than Calumet.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
so, no,
third best. So
Calumet is just taking all the way down. Wheeler, I mean, it's going to be
Wheeler's going to win. Of course, over or under 55 points.
Well, yeah, I'd say they'll probably get like, I don't know, a little over 50, maybe 56.
Okay, so you're saying over on the 55.
Yeah,
all right, let's go Lake Station Whiting. Whiting's going to take this one big. North Newton at Bishop Knoll. I like North Newton's running back. That kid's a good player, and because of that, North Newton's going to take this game.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, South Central at River Forest. It might be a pretty decent game, actually. But I like South Central to come in and win this game.
Did you see what they did to Calumet last week? They put up almost 50 on Calumet. They're clicking right now. I think they're going to blow away River Forest.
All right, Benton Central at Rensselaer. I like the Bombers to finish of the season strong and go into sectionals.
Benton Central is 0-8. Rensselaer's 8-0, and we're going to keep it flipped.
Morton Governors at Gavitt. Governors big, of course. All right, West Side at Roosevelt. West Side's probably, I think...
They're the kings of
They're the king of
G-Town.
Gary. I like West Side by 30. All right, Lou Wallace at Mishawaka Marion. I haven't seen Marion since week 1 on our show, but I'm taking Marion this time, unlike week 1.
Marion's a 5-3 football team. They're going to win 6 games this year, Joe.
Wildcats of Hammond at Clark. I like Clark to finish the season 6-2.
Tough loss at Arlington last week, but they're going to rebound.
Absolutely. The Bowman Academy at Covert, Michigan.
Yeah. Covert's got a really, really strong team this year, Joe. I mean, I didn't have to look at their record. That's how good they are. I think they're going to take care of business.
Who knows how good they are, but they probably are going to take care of business. All right. Now we're going to go to the Week 9 thrillers. All right, we're going to go to the Slicers with Nick Latchford and company at Portage. Senior night at the Warpath. Battle of the 2 leading rushers here in the area between Nick Latchford and Jake Dixon. Although, I mean, I don't know how much Jake Dixon might play this game. He might be a little banged up. They might want to rest him for that big game against Crown Point.
Right.
But I think it's going to be a good battle between 2 running backs. Who do you like in this?
You know what? I mean, both of these teams have kind of been up and down the whole season, and both these teams want to end the season strong. I think Portage is going to come out, fired up. I think they're a little bit upset about the loss against Valpo last week. It is their senior night, and it could very well be their last victory of the season. And I think they're going to come out strong. I think they're going to take care of business. This is kind of it's a matchup that kind of goes either way. Sometimes LaPorte tends to play better when they're at home, but when the game's at Portage, it seems like Portage usually brings it. I think they're going to do it.
Absolutely. I like Portage this one, and a nail-biter with a great showing of 2 running backs. All right, now we're going to the other game. We're taking the Lowell Red Devils, number 9, traveling up to 5959 Broadway to take on the Niners. Now, the Niners coming off a very tough loss. That hurts. Their feelings are crushed. Lowell, that might be, a statement victory of their season right there. That saved their season. That was a big win against Munster.
Mm-hmm.
That might be the biggest win of the year.
Well, the week 2 win was nice, but obviously they didn't do it the way that they normally win football games. Okay. Now this last game they looked a lot better. Their offense seemed to be clicking. They haven't really had trouble scoring points lately. It's been their defense that's had the struggles, but their defense played a lot better in their second half. Both these teams want to win the game. It's going to be momentum going into the playoffs. I think Lowell needs the game more than Drain does, because I think Drain is a pretty easy sectional. Obviously, Lowell's got to think about Concord next week, but they want to go in there with some momentum. They looked pretty good last week. I think Lowell's going to get it done and win this game. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a close game, just like last week. It's going to be pretty close, but they looked a lot better offensively last week than they did, the first few weeks of the season. So I think they're going to take care of it.
I think you're right on this one, just strictly because 59ers have a pretty easy sectional. Lowell is playing the toughest team to date. Not this week, but next week against an undefeated Concord team. Lowell, like I said, I think wants to go win this game, get some momentum to go into that game, because that is a very, very big game. It's going to be the toughest game of the year for him. So I think Lowell wants to win this game big, but it's going to be close. Lowell and nail-biter. All right, here we go. Game of the week, which is back-to-back this week and next week.
Why spoil the fun? We'll do it twice.
So this is going to be a tricky pick. Our team's going to show everything against each other.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. I mean, because obviously, does it really matter who wins this week? Is it that important? Is it going to carry over to next week? That's so hard to detect. And both games are at Chesterton. I think Merrillville's the better team. I don't think Chesterton, winning as bad as they did against Crown Point. That's not how good they are. That's not the norm. That's not what we expect to see of them every week. Merrillville's a better football team. I think Merrillville will take care of it. I think their experience is going to show. The fact that they've been there before. They've won the last 3 sectional championships. I think their experience is going to show here. It's just like Lowell, they want to have some momentum going into the playoffs. So I think Merrillville is going to go all out to take care of it, to have a victory at the end of the regular season.
I guarantee Merrillville wins this ball game.
Guarantee it?
It's a cheesehead lock right there. Why? Look at the numbers. Look at the history. History don't lie. Merrillville has had Chesterton's number year in and year out. I like Merrillville to win this game by 14 points on Friday night.
Yeah, they should.
They're going by 2 touchdowns. I think that win against Crown Point might have been a fluke for Chesterton, and Merrillville is going to show up and take care of business Friday.
Yeah, they should. I think they're going to win, and then we'll see what they do first round of sectionals. But yeah, this is the time of the year where you see the elite teams. This is where you want to be playing your best football. That's why I think Merrillville's going to go all out to win this game. They want to have some momentum going to sectionals. I think they'll get it done.
All right, well, JT, that's our Week 9 show. Everyone just take a look at we got our sectional show.
Yeah, stay tuned for that. We'll be having that coming up shortly for you as well. We'll talk about the sectional. We'll make some predictions, some bold picks. Tell you who we think's going to go the farthest, what we think's going to happen. So
stay tuned.